Hey, am I live for real? Make this a little bit brighter. Okay. Yes, I got my glasses on today. No earrings. I got a microphone. I don't know if it's actually working. Hi, C Dot. Welcome. I'm gonna let a couple people come in here. I know it's not gonna be a whole lot, but this event calls for a celebration. Get your drinks up. It's late night. Just put my son to bed. So I figured, why not? What else am I going to be doing with my time? Let me just do this for a second so y'all don't think I'm like topless and stuff. I got on clothes, y'all. Okay. Just so you know. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Congrats on the 2K. You're on the edge of your seat. I know. That Pluto in the 12th house. Low key, I don't know. I feel like I might get emotional in that one, like really emotional, because I have Pluto in the 12th house. So we gonna see how that works, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Come on, Scorpio rising in the house, right? Yes. So, oh no, the video is buffering. Oh no. Come on, Wi-Fi and internet. Let's be great this evening. Let me know if it's still buffering, you guys. Okay. Okay, good. Good. Because that's the last thing I need. Isn't Mercury is out of Gatorade, right? Okay. Because I had some technical difficulties. I'm sitting up here scheduling the live for 9:30. Like, thinking that, oh, I got this or whatever. And I got this microphone. I don't even know how y'all can hear me. I didn't test it out properly. I had to hurry up and hook up the microphone. So I don't know how it sounds. I think it sounds the same with or without the microphone, but the volume is already up, all the way up. So it's all the way turned up. So I don't know. Hope you guys can hear me. So yeah, I can't do technical things. Like, I just have to say this real quickly. For all of y'all, like Uranus strong people and Aquarius heavy energy and 11th house energy, technology is not my friend. We don't do technology well. I just feel like everybody in this day and age, like all of a sudden, all the Gen Zers and all of the millennials, like know how to edit and do all of these crazy things with videos and special effects and stuff. Like, where did everybody learn how to do that? Did y'all just learn how to do that through YouTube tutorials or something? Like, it's just like I woke up one morning and everybody just knew how to do everything, like when it comes to the technical parts of YouTube. You know what I can do well? Turn the camera on and talk. That's what I do. Turn the camera on and talk. Y'all lucky I do a little bit of editing on my videos because I hate editing. But you was listening to my song Venus, Andy. Yes, she's reminiscent of Venus, of Venus. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes, Scar, we in this thing. I get really distracted by the chat. So like when I'm talking about stuff, just like don't mind me. Thank you. Y'all know Venus is my favorite planet, so I like reference that in all of my videos. But I actually have a lot of other songs that could kind of relate to other placements if I really think about it. I did post my Good Karma song also in my Venus in the 12th house video because it was giving me very like Venus in the 12th house vibes. So thank you, Scar. Oh, the Mars in the 12th house video was on point. I thought I was like talking a lot in that video, but I guess I had a lot of things to say. The 12th house it's a trip. Your moon is in Scorpio in the 12th house, scared of you. Okay. All right. I don't know how to say that name. I am DXPE. So thanks for the comment. So we just gonna kind of free for all of this. This is like gonna be like a freestyle live. I haven't done a live in a while. I don't do them very often, but I foresee that I'm going to be doing it very soon. So first off, I want to say thank you to everybody, and everybody's who's going to end up watching the playback for getting me over 2,000 subscribers. Woo! We're excited and we're growing, and this is really great. It's really great energy and stuff like that. You know, in a couple of days, my Jupiter is going to be conjunct my North Node in Pisces. So we in this thing. So this might end up being like more of a career move than just me up in here doing YouTube videos. I know y'all been asking, do you do readings yet? When are you going to do readings? You do readings soon. We're getting there. We're getting there. You thought I had more than 2,000? Well, I don't know. It's like 2030, but you know, who's counting? Yeah, this is a big milestone. I think I hit like 1,000 back in like March, and that's when I was able, or late February, and that's when I was able to start monetizing. So, you know, it's been a little bit of time, but I don't know if you guys have noticed, but during the quarantine, there's so many YouTubers that blew up. Like if I would have started like last May, I might be at like 100,000 subscribers. Like people went from like 300 subscribers in like April of last year, and now they're at like 350,000. And like a lot of them like just started their channels last year or just started really pumping them out. So I mean, a lot of people say YouTube's dead, but I don't know. They to go from 300 subscribers to some people 300,000 subscribers in less than a year. I mean, that's a big feat. So, you know, I'm trying to be in these streets, but my channel is about astrology. It's kind of niche. So it's not the same as those other channels, which are like video blogs and people doing cultural commentary and stuff like that. That's what I watch for the most part. But yeah. Let's see. Let's read some of these comments. You excited for the readings? Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do the readings, when I'm going to do the readings, because, you know, I still have a whole full-time job and a whole full-time kid that I just had to put to bed before I started this live. So it's a little bit difficult in terms of like wanting it to be right and thorough, and me being committed with the readings, and I want them to be very good and stuff like that. So, and I want them to be well done. So I just need to make time to do them. That's like the biggest thing, making time. It's hard enough for me to squeeze in these videos that I film, like for real. Like y'all getting this live, it's just because I think it's because it's Cancer season, and like Mercury is all up in my 8th house, y'all. Like it's in there, okay? And that's where, you know, my Cancer energy is. So the Mercurial, I don't know, I'm just all in like my feelings, you know. Feelings so deep in my feelings. So, you know, it's Cancer season. So, you know, we want to, I don't know, get on live and express ourselves, you know. Express yourself. You got to go with the flow. Is that Vogue or Express Yourself? Them songs sound the same to me by Madonna. I always get them mixed up all the time. Like every time I see them, every time I sing them, I get them mixed up. You said you want to start a YouTube channel too, Scar, but you don't know what's holding me back. Let me tell you something about this YouTube channel, okay? I created this YouTube channel in 2017, but I did not post any content until a year later. I'm slow as hell. Like I'm not the one to ask for advice, but you got to just start. You just got to turn the camera on and just start talking. Turn the camera on and then, you know, just see what comes out of your mouth. I never thought that people would actually watch my videos. I just like talking about astrology for fun because it excites me. And no one else in my regular everyday life can really like relate. I can't really talk to them about astrology. Like I can't really be like, oh my gosh, Mars is transiting my 2nd house. Like, actually, that's not really a bad transit. Let me think of something different. Mars is transiting my 8th house. Wait, I have Mars in the 8th house natally. Mars is transiting my 12th house. What am I doing? I just talked about the 12th house. I talked about how jacked up Mars in the 12th house is. But how, you know, it's still got the artistic flair. You know what I'm saying? It's your Taurus rising. Yeah, Taurus rising will make you like kind of reserved, like that kind of like timid thing, less out there, you know what I'm saying? But you're ruled by Venus, so that's very nice. That's always nice energy and stuff like that. So, you know, we over here just rambling. So, like, I can actually talk about some current events, which is something that I'll never do. But I'm kind of like I'm for the whole free Britney thing. I don't know about y'all, but I was looking at her chart. I was actually looking at her transits because she had like a hearing, I believe yesterday or something like that, and she's trying to like request a new attorney. So in terms of current events. And I think the judge granted her request to get a new attorney for her conservatorship mess of a shitstorm that is. So I might want to talk about that. And anybody else that you guys are interested in me discussing and maybe looking up their charts and trends. I won't be looking at charts. I kind of already have Britney Spears' chart saved because I was like so enamored and fascinated with everything that's going on. But have I ever done a celebrity chart reading? Yes, I have 4 on my channel. I did them like 3 years ago. So I have Beyonce, I have Nicki Minaj, I have Cardi B, and I have Lizzo. So Beyonce is the only video that I just kind of did just cause, you know, I'm a part of the Beehive. Beyonce is my favorite artist. I just wanted to do her video, her natal chart reading rather. I did Cardi B and Nicki Minaj because at that time they were feuding. So I was kind of doing a natal chart reading based off of that. And I did Lizzo either earlier this year or towards the end of last year. I don't remember. But people are always talking about her in terms of her like body and, you know, body image. And, you know, is she going on a diet? Is she not? She's always showing her ass or this and that and the third. So I just kind of I just did a video kind of based off of that. Is it like, you know, talking about body image and is it high self-esteem or is it just hiding insecurity? Because she do have Moon and Virgo. So, you know, I just had to address it. Yes. Let me see. Definitely I saw those. Yeah. Okay. That's how I found out about. Who did you find out about with the 12th house placements? Lizzo or Beyonce? Amy Winehouse would be a good chart. There's so many celebrity natal charts I want to do, and they're like all women. So there's like so many. Like I want to do Mariah Carey. I want to do like Britney Spears. I wanted to do Selena Quintanilla. Anything for Selena's. I wanted to do her. And there's some other like artists that I want to do from kind of like back in the day, like Phyllis Hyman, because she kind of has a tragic story. So I wanted to do her. I wanted to kind of do this whole kind of Venus themed celebrity thing where I talk about celebrities like, you know, Marilyn Monroe and just talking about like, you know, women who just who exude Venusian energy and stuff like that. So we will see. We will see. Oh, you got Mariah Carey. She got all that 12th house energy too. Yes. All of that 12th house energy. Thankfully, it's channeled into the creative realm because I would tell y'all in these videos, if the 12th house energy is not channeled into the creative realm, then there's going to be problems. So yeah, but you guys, we can like make this a back and forth. Like you guys can ask me questions. Don't ask me to like do readings on live. Like I'm not gonna answer those, but just like, you know, questions about astrology or questions about any of my videos or what you would like to see me do next, or, you know, any suggestions, ideas. You could ask me questions about stuff that doesn't even have to deal with astrology. Like, I don't care. This is just like a fun, good time. Okay. Y'all got your libations. That's 12th house energy too. This is like in a 12th house energy type of mood here. You would like for you to do I don't do comets. I might do some asteroids and maybe some fixed stars. I do plan on doing a series on Chiron though. Chiron is a major asteroid that a lot of astrologers take into account these days. So I'm gonna probably do a series on that. Yeah, you just read my mind. So yes, Chiron. I would do a series on Chiron. Yeah. I may even like do like a tarot video and maybe like a numerology little, just a little splash. I do tarot readings every day. I give myself a reading every day, every week, every month, every year, every solar return. So yeah, I just haven't been as confident with the tarot as I have with the astrology. I started tarot a lot more recently. What's wrong with us Virgo moons? Well, I was referencing it in reference to the video I did about Lizzo, because on the outside, she portrays like a lot of, confidence and a lot of like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me type of energy. And I'm going to be out here and I'm going to show, myself and my body and all of its splendor. And I love that about her. Like, I love her like confidence and stuff. I think that she has like Mars in the ninth house or something like that, because I do feel like Sagittarius energy type. But the thing I was getting at was that Virgo moons, especially, but Virgos in general, but especially Virgo moons, have a very like strong insecurities inside. They're so self-critical, and they're most critical of themselves, even though they're critical of others. So my theory is that psychologically speaking, deep down inside, she's not 100% happy with the way that she looks. And, a lot of people portray a different image on social media than they are in their actual life. So that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah, well, Doja is a Libra, but I get such Aquarian vibes from Doja. And I gotta look at her. I gotta look at her chart, because I know this girl gotta have some Aquarius energy, some 11th house, strong Uranus, because she gives me weird Aquarius like all the time. I do work with degrees. I like combine like degrees with numerology. And I talked about that a lot actually in my Beyonce natal chart reading. That was back in 2018. So I definitely do reference degrees. Degrees are important. So yes, I do reference the degrees. And a lot of people ask, I mostly use Placidus. I know a lot of people use like whole sign or equal sign, but I mostly use Placidus. So whenever it is that I start doing readings, whenever that is, I don't know when that's going to be. I'm not putting a date on it. I'll be using Placidus. So just to give y'all a little FYI. You said because her Libra is not where her personality, definitely some Aquarius. Yeah. Yeah. She gives me Aquarius energy. Like her whole, I think, didn't that video that she just did, not the one with the weekend, but like the other one, wasn't she like in space or something? Like, wasn't she like an alien? Like, she's an Aquarius. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. Like, I understand that she's a Libra. Like, I get it, but she's an Aquarius. She's an Aquarian Libra. Let me actually look. I don't know if y'all can still see me because I'm over here on the internet trying to find her chart. Because this is what happens. I don't know if it's on Astro Theme yet, because I don't really feel like having to plug it in. Oh, good. Plug it in, plug it in. Let's see. Well, it says she has a moon in Virgo. I don't know her rising sign because they don't have her time of birth, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was an Aquarius rising at all. At all. Let me just see what her Uranus is doing. Uranus in Cap. Uranus sextile Pluto. Uranus squares her sun in Libra. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. That's the rebelliousness. Okay. Uranus also squares her north node in Libra. Okay. Yeah, she tries to go against kind of that like pretty girl stuff. But her moon is in Virgo, trines her Uranus in Capricorn. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Aquarians do get along with Libras. They're air signs, they typically do get along, but Aquarians, they just think they're smarter than everybody. And Libra likes to play dumb, but they're not actually dumb. they like to play that, like, that, oh, I'm just being neutral. I don't know whose side to be on. I can't make up my mind. I'm just here, eating my food and looking pretty. That's how Libras like to act. They like to act like that when all the while they plotting. We on that too. We will be doing videos on aspects. Okay. But the next series of videos I'm probably going to do is on the nodes. That's probably going to be the next series after I'm done with the planets and the houses, which is going to be done probably by the beginning of August. We'll be finished. Yeah. Yeah. I like, the interesting thing about me doing these videos is that I'm kind of like, I know a lot. Like, I've had a lot of like studying and knowledge. Like, I've taken hours and hours and hours of classes and things like that. So it's not to say that I don't know astrology and stuff, but I learn more. Like, the more I do these videos, the more comfortable I get with discussing astrology. And like, I don't have, a script for these videos. I don't have notes. I don't even have bullet points. I did when I was doing them early on, but I just kind of be like, okay, this planet means this house means this, go. That's it. That's what I do, because I feel like it's just more raw that way. And sometimes that's when I think of my best stuff, to be honest. It's when I think of my best stuff. You don't get along with, so are you a Libra or an Aquarius, real living? So, yeah. Oh, the Kiss Me More video with SZA, the Aquarian. Yeah, that one. I like Doja Cat. She's as a performer, as an artist, she's slightly problematic in terms of like her personal views on things. That really, I don't really care for that. But like, she can perform. Like, there's no doubt about that. She's like a great live performer. And this day and age in music, y'all know, because I love music. It's like my other love. Like, music and astrology are like neck and neck, right? It's hard to find really great performers with these like new girls that are coming out these days and these new acts. Like, it's just not like how it used to be back in the day. Like, I'm such an old soul when it comes to music. So let's see what C Dot's saying. I learned by studying people's charts that I know. Like, I realized although Venus is where fine pleasure is, it's the duality of pain too, because where you have it can be overused and you have to put your foot down. Yeah, like Venus can be indulgent and also lazy. You know what I'm saying? Lazy and indulgent, and just kind of think things are going to come to them, in terms of like who they attract and stuff like that. Aquarius that attract those. Well, of course, your answer. Where's your Venus? Where's your Venus? If your Venus is also in an air sign, then that would make sense. Yeah. Doja is one of the good performers. I love Chloe and Halle. And I love Chloe. Like, they be doing the damn thing. Like, I was trying to look in their chart because I was like, I feel Aquarian energy coming from them. I looked at their charts as well. I think that one of them has like a north node or a south node in Aquarius, and the other one got like strong Uranus aspects or something along those lines. Yeah. C. Dot said, because people can take it for granted and it's hard to let go, or minimalist of what brings you joy. At least that's what I learned about Venus. Yeah. Yeah. I don't take Venus lightly. Like, Venus is like my favorite planet, but I understand that when Venus is in contact with these outer planets, like a Pluto, like a Saturn, like a Uranus or a Neptune, Venus kind of doesn't stand a chance. Like, especially if it's a challenging aspect, the outer planet is always going to outweigh that, like, kind of sweet, diplomatic, charming type of energy. It's going to kind of overshadow that. I think you just kind of have to know how to use your Venus, how to utilize it to your advantage, because that's also where the money at. That's where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. Where the money reside. So yeah, gotta deal with that point. Let's see. Andy says, do you think the house placement of your North Node is more important than the sign? I have North Node in Cancer, but in the second house, about to move towards third house. I don't necessarily think one is more important than the other. I mean, of course, when you actually have the house placement, it puts it more into perspective. Um, but I don't necessarily think that one is more important than the other. I just think that when you know the house placement, you have a better way of interpreting it, because your North Node is going to be the same um as like the people who are close in age with you, like the people who you went to high school with, and the people who are within about 2 years of your age are going to have the same North Node. So knowing what house it's in, that's kind of like what makes the difference. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You have Venus at the 3rd degree, and Mars at the 4th degree at Aries. Don't have time for their shenanigans. Oh, because you got Aries. That's that opposites attract shit, though. That's why. That's why. Aries love Libras and vice versa. As a very interesting Aries Libra relationship. Mariah Carey is an Aries, and Nick Cannon is a Libra. Nick Cannon out here having all these kids. I need to go look at his chart. He didn't had like 4 kids this year. Only half the year is gone by. What is wrong with this man? He's like, I'm having them on purpose. Like, oh, goodness gracious. I don't even feel like looking at his chart. I just know he a Libra, and I mean, these girls are just busting it wide open for, I don't know. They're like, birth control? No. Nick Cannon has money, so we're not doing that. I don't know. I know he got some Scorpio energy though. Okay, now I'm nosy. Let me go look at his chart real quick because it's bothering me. Let me look at Nick Cannon's chart. See, this is why I never understood Nick Cannon's relationship with Mariah. Like, I kind of got it because she's kind of like, she's very like youthful. You know what I'm saying? And she is like forever young. And, she always talks about having anniversaries instead of birthdays and stuff, because she always talks about how she's eternally 12. And I could see also how Nick Cannon can be eternally 12. So like, I get it, but I know she was sick of his shenanigans. Let's see what's going on with Nick Cannon's chart. His Venus is in Virgo. Oh, he got a Mars in Scorpio. No fucking wonder. That's all I needed to see. Busting it low, spreading it wide. All right. Coach Michael, hi. How are you? Let's see. Nick Cannon has a lot of house placement. I didn't even pay attention. He do got a lot. Oh, yeah, he do. He got freaking Saturn, Sun, Moon, and Pluto all in the 5th house. This man is ridiculous. Like, he will continue to have kids. He loves kids. And his 5th house is Libra. Like, he loves kids. He loves children. Like, and he will continue to have them. He will continue to make sure he has beautiful children. All of his baby mamas be light skinned. I'm not saying, you don't got a type, but I'm just saying that's what he like. Let's lurk his chart. Yeah. I be looking at charts and I'll be like, yep, that's it. That's all I need to see. But that Mars in Scorpio, he be putting in that work. And it's in the 6th house. It's in the 6th house of work. So yeah, it's like an everyday routine for him. Like, yeah, he's like, I'm going to make a baby today. That's what I feel. And it's conjunct Uranus. His chart is a hot mess. And he got Venus in the 4th house. So he's all like charming and family man. Oh, he be wooing the shit out of these women. He be wooing the shit out of these women. And people think that Nick Cannon is like corny and shit like that or whatever. I'm pretty sure that you have a conversation with him. Hell, I could probably have a conversation with him and, panties be halfway through to the ground. Like figuratively, not literally or something like that. Like, he all right looking. He's not like really my type. Rich nigga, 8-figure, that's my type. That's my type, nigga, that's my type. Little sweetie in there. But I mean, he's a nice looking man. He's not ugly or anything like that. So how long have I been studying astrology? I started learning astrology. I was introduced when I was 11. And I been studying it like more seriously since 2017 when I started finding YouTubers on I'm sorry, when I started finding astrology YouTubers. I think it's the drink kicking in. I also smoked a little something earlier. I'm not gonna smoke on camera because they won't let us do that. We'll, when they make it legal, legalize it. I think that if you have 12th house energy that's conjunct your ascendant, that is kind of like a saving grace. Your saving grace. That's Mariah Carey's song. Because I feel like if you have a planet that's conjunct your ascendant, it brings your personality out more. It's not so hidden. So I don't know. It really doesn't matter which planet is conjunct your ascendant. If it's still in the 12th house, it's gonna, your demeanor and your personality will be less hidden. It'll be less stressful. Like, yes, that energy will be put out front and center, but I think it'll be a little bit, and maybe depending on what planet it is, it's a little bit easier for you to tackle and to deal with it and control the the negative entities. Who is my type? Kofi Siribe from Queen Sugar. But also like, cause let me think. I don't know. I'm real simple, tall, dark, and handsome. I don't know. I'm like real, and a beard. Yes, we do beards over here. Like beards, like some type of facial hair. I like all of the colors of the rainbow. Not really like, I mean, I pretty much date within my race. Like I just want to be frank about that for the most part. But I'm not particular about dark versus light. I will say this. I always end up being with light-skinned guys. I will say that. So like somebody who looked like Kofi, they not gonna be checking for me. They don't be checking for me. I'm too dark. I get like the dudes that look like Drake. Like not necessarily exactly like Drake, but like it's like that kind of thing. And like the Afro Latinos and stuff like that. Let's see here. Would Sugar Candy, would the planet move into the first house because my moon conjunct my ascendant by 1 degree and it's in the 12th house? Well, usually I go by 8-degree orbs. So if it's within 8 degrees, then I count it. So if your moon is within 8, you said it's only within 1 degree, then you have moon conjunct ascendant. Yeah. So, you wear your emotions on your sleeve. What's your moon in? Want to know that. Yeah. Thank you, Sugar Candy. I love your channel. I keep on wanting to say like sugar daddy or sugar baby or something like that. Maybe I need a sugar daddy or something. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to just be out there with the sex work, the sexuality type of thing, and just be asking men for money and stuff. I need to start though. These girls, they be doing it in these streets. I commend y'all. That Pluto strong stuff, that 8th house strong, that Scorpio strong, y'all know how to keep them wrapped around your finger. Would having a planet at the 29th degree be something to focus on? Yes, the 29th degree is what another astrologer on YouTube, which who I love, Rabina Rastaban, which I learned a lot of stuff from her channel and I took classes with her. She says the 29th degree is the pressure cooker. Yeah, it's the end of the sign and it's like we're almost going into the next sign, but wait, let's like rain down all of this trauma. Let's rain down all of this just mess on you. So yeah, and I know a thing or two about the 29th degree. I have 29th degree in my chart as well. So I know about that energy. And then like numerology that breaks down to 11. They call 11 a master number, but I don't really pay attention to that. It's and then it breaks down to 2 if you go again. So it's like moon energy. So it's like it's very emotional, you know what I'm saying? And it's very dealing with women, and it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. I actually kind of associate the 29th degree with like Pluto, if I'm being honest. Like 2 is like moon, but I associate the 29th degree. I feel like that's like Plutonian. C dot says, I am a Scorpio, 28-degree rising, Mercury with 9 aspects. It's a busy ass Mercury. Do you sit down? And Pluto in the 12th, all in Scorpio. Does that help with sugar daddy business? Yeah. Is your Mercury an aspect to your Mars? Because, you could probably be a smooth talker to these men. You know what I'm saying? Ascending at the 29th degree, it's a hard life. It's a hard life. It's a hard knock life. The ascendant at the 29th degree. Yeah. But you will be, it's like this quiet kind of confidence thing with the 29th degree and an intimidation factor. Especially if it's in like a water sign or if it's in like Capricorn or something like that. Jupiter in the 8th house and Pluto in the 3rd house. Ooh, Jupiter in the 8th. That's kind of BECP. That's freaky deek energy. Go watch my Jupiter in the 8th house video. That might not be you. I'm just playing. And Pluto in the 3rd house. Oh, you like to fuck with people's minds. Manipulation of the mind at the finest. Low key, I wish I had Pluto in the 3rd house. Oh, wait, my Pluto, like transiting Pluto, y'all be looking at y'all transits. Y'all gotta start looking at your transits. So it's when Pluto finally goes into Aquarius sometime in 2025 or something like that, it's gonna be in my 3rd house. So I'm low-key kind of like, I'm excited for Pluto to go into Aquarius and get the hell out of Capricorn because it was taking up my whole like 2nd house. And then I have my Saturn return. It just, none of that. I'm just really excited for Pluto to be in the 3rd house. I just want to be like less apologetic with the way that I speak to people. I want to be very unapologetically me and in my stance and my opinions and stuff. And I feel like when Pluto go in the 3rd house, ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with me. Like, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna just tell it how it is. And if you don't like it, you can get to stepping. I don't care. So I'm kind of like excited about that. Let's see. Sugar candy. Midheaven is in the 7th degree, and there's no information on the 7th degree. The 7th degree, in my learning, it vibrates to, like in numerology, it vibrates to Neptune energy. So that's very Neptunian. So it's like Pisces energy. So it's very idealistic. It's very artistic. It's about beauty and stuff like that. So since your midheaven is there at the 7th degree, then you may want to think about a career in beauty or artistic things, or even like astrology, spiritual divination practices, like stuff like that. Working with animals, anything that involves you being compassionate and being a healer. C Dot says, no, my Mercury is in Scorpio in the 11th. I don't know all the aspects, but I know it's aspect my moon and Neptune and Pluto. Mercury in the 11th is cool. I like Mercury in the 11th. I like Mercury in Scorpio in the 11th. I kind of like that placement. Use it to your advantage. You could have a very strong voice for the people with that placement. Andy, it's going to be in my 10th house. I cannot escape these 10th house transits. What is going to be in your 10th house? Pluto? Pluto in the 10th house is not all that bad because it calls for transformation. It's going to be transformation of the career. You're probably going to have to change careers and go through a like complete destruction of everything. Like wherever Pluto is, it's going to seem bad in the beginning. It's going to seem like horrible. It's going to seem like, oh my God, my life is over. And then like somewhere mid through that transit, you're like, I did that shit. Yep. Pluto just makes you stronger. Plutonian energy. It just does. As a Scorpio rising, I just know Pluto rules my chart. It just makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Da, 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 da. That's that Kelly Clarkson song. It's easy to get money. C-Dot says, my sister has a stellium in the 3rd in Scorpio, and her Pluto is some real tea. She masters her surroundings as fast. Yeah, she can read everybody's mind, I'm sure. I would love to have Pluto in the 3rd house, like natally, like that would be like glorious. You said, Sugar Candy said, that's so crazy. My midheaven is Cancer, and the ruler, my moon, is in the 12th house. See. Can we keep down a steady job with Neptunian energy on the midheaven? No, you don't need to be working on 9 to 5. If you're working 9 to 5, stop doing that because you're just gonna quit anyway. or you just going to sleep. And you got the moon. Is the moon? Oh, the moon isn't in your 10th house, but Cancer there. Yeah. Oh, cooking. Cooking. Do you like to cook? Because you could be a chef with that energy. Let's see here. BECP, Mercury in the 6th house, Aquarius. Is that bad? No, I don't think that's a bad place. I don't really think any placement is really bad, but Mercury in the 6th house, that's very like it's analytical energy. Like you could do well in like, coding and math and sciences and things like that, but you need a little like if you like IT, like tech type of field and stuff like that, like Simi Valley type shit. But you need variety. Like you're gonna need something different. You're gonna rebel. You're gonna like just want to quit because Aquarius energy is very rebellious and antsy, and they don't like 9 to 5s either. C Dot says it's funny because my friends like my advice, but hate it when I keep it blunt after repeating myself over and over again. I think it's from all the aspects, but sometimes this placement is tough. You mean all your mercurial aspects? Do you know about South Node conjunct ascendant? Yeah, I mean, like it's hard when your South Node is conjunct your ascendant because your ascendant is how the outside world sees you. So like that South Node energy, that past life energy, you're gonna kind of attract that because it's associated with your rising sign. So, and that's kind of the energy you got to get away from. So be careful of like attracting people that are attracted to your rising, because that means that they're latching on to that South Node energy, especially if they're toxic. That toxic, I'm slipping under. Little Britney for you. Andy said, I'm dealing with Saturn and Jupiter 10th house transit too. So I just got so much pressure for my career right now. And Pluto is squaring my sun right. Pluto square sun. We don't like that. Oh no. Well, Jupiter, see, when Jupiter and Saturn are there, Saturn always wins out. Like Jupiter wants to be this optimist and like everything is going to be great and there's going to be abundance and all of that type of stuff. And Saturn just puts a damper on that and like, look, shit takes hard work, not luck, bitch. Okay. That's what Saturn does. Saturn do be the Debbie Downer type of energy or whatever, but you just gotta have structure and you gotta learn the life lessons. I wonder, are you having your Saturn return in the 10th house? Somebody said, Sugar Candy said, can you make a video on the voice and singing? Because I love your singing. What house rules the voice? Okay, so I always wanted to do a video, like an astrological video of divas. Because divas, like, these singers, they have certain placements that are really great for like being a diva and a big voice. But the 2nd house rules the voice. Satara's house, of course. So that's the house that rules the voice. And of course, Venus rules the voice. And like the 3rd house, that rules like how you communicate with people. But the 2nd house actually rules, the voice. And obviously Taurus rules actual singing. Libra rules music. Pisces rules all kinds of music and all kinds of artistic expression and things like that. So yeah. Oh, you're only 20, Andy? Oh my gosh, there's youngins in here. So you're like Gen Z. Oh my gosh, it's babies. Oh. I'm 32. I know I don't look it, but I'm 32. So I'm a grown ass woman in these streets. Yes. So I just said what rules music: Neptune, Taurus, Libra, 2nd house, 12th house, 5th house to a certain extent, because 5th house has to deal with entertainment as a whole, Ain't nothing wrong with a Scorpio 2nd house. I know I look like I'm like 12. Yeah. Except for when I don't have makeup on. Usually in my videos, I do myself all up, but not for this live, y'all. And it's time to go to bed. I got my glasses on. Anybody got time? So, yeah. But I like to do myself up in my videos because I don't really get dressed up for any other reason. So I was like, I might as well get dressed up for a YouTube video. So I just felt like it was appropriate to do that. Let me go give myself another view. Whoopsie daisy. We don't want that. Whoopsie daisy. I'm just playing my video, the live from another YouTube channel. Y'all should check out my music YouTube channel, Dana Monet. I have posted various clips, not clips, but links to my song Venus. And I think in my latest video, I have the link to my other channel in the description. So if you want to check that out, see videos of me covering songs and stuff like that, covering different artists' songs. You have Sun in the 5th house. That's an excellent placement. Sun in the 5th house, that's it. That's Leo energy all day. Like, that's star power. You know what I'm saying? For real. Oh, you got Pluto in the 3rd house conjunct Mars and Lilith. Oh, you're a nasty. Like, your words sting. Ouch. And conjunct the Lilith. Like, you could really, I'm not sure of your gender preference, but whoever you're attracted to, like, you could really have their panties in a bunch. You could really speak like very like sexy and like sultry and be manipulative with that. So yeah. How does a retrograde planet work when it's in a natal chart? I actually have Mercury retrograde natally. So whenever there's Mercury retrograde, I feel like it's just another Tuesday for me. I don't know. Like, and I have Mercury retrograde in Gemini. Like, what? So I think it just kind of allows you to reflect a little bit more, stop and think a little bit more instead of being so up and go. Like, I probably should thank the universe that I have Mercury retrograde in Gemini, because otherwise I'd probably be a lot more like all over the place and stuff like that. So I just think it gives you an opportunity to stop and reflect. But I think when it's retrograde in like an outer planet, it's going to take longer for you, a lot longer for you to see any type of effects from that. Let's see. What about Lilith in the 5th conjunct Mars and Venus? Oh, that's kind of, you be doing some things. I know you be dating in these streets. You on the apps. You better utilize that Lilith, Mars, and Venus. You can't keep them hands off, yo. They always touching you. Like, that's like very romantic energy. You probably go on good dates. You know what I'm saying? Probably having good sex. You know what I mean? And, you know, if you bout that life, you know what I'm saying? And they, you know, leave $100 on the dresser, you may not even be that mad about that. If it's just casual, you know. But with Venus there, you want love and romance and all of that type of stuff. But you like to get over on these men. So if that's your preference for dating, I don't know your gender preference. I have Mercury squaring Pluto. Ouchies, that hurts. That's hard to deal with. Yeah, that's hard to deal with. But if you have that in your natal chart and you can master that like energy, because it's always like, it's like this power over you. Like, you'll probably meet someone that has that their Pluto is going to be squaring your Mercury, because that's how aspects work. Like, you have this aspect and then you meet somebody and you look at their synastry and then their Pluto is squaring your Mercury. So they're like controlling your mind and shit. So you got to learn to control your own mind. Andy said, I got to step on my social media game. I haven't been utilizing my Venus in the 11th house at all. Yeah, be on that social media and being pretty. You know, I don't know if you do like, you know, anything beauty related, but just like post pretty pictures. Like pretty interesting pictures, because you know it's Aquarius energy. So you got to be a little weird with it, a little awkward, you know what I'm saying? A little androgynous, a little something like that. Sugar Candy. Oh, how do I spell my name? So it's that. I think I hear that cat crying. I know that cat did not get stuck outside of my gate again. I told that cat not to be doing that stuff. What kind of questions can you ask? You can ask like anything. I'm just like, I'm not doing like no full like natal chart readings, but you can ask me like general questions about astrology, Daniel Dang. I have Aquarius in the 5th house with Uranus there. I don't go on dating apps. Good for you. You're not missing anything. It's trash. BECP, Venus squaring my Mars. That's kind of hard to deal with, but it's all right. There are worse squares to have than Venus square Mars, but there's always kind of like a battle of the sexes in your brain, like a battle of the masculine and the feminine energies. And, you know, it's always going to kind of be that battle. Sometimes Venus wins, sometimes Mars wins. But yeah, you got to know when is the best time to be that lover and when you need to be that fighter. You know what I'm saying? Balance that out. I hate Libra, Venus in the 11th, sextile my Sagittarius, Saturn. Why? That's Venus. Venus sextile Saturn. That's not bad. That's an interesting. I'm not mad at that. Let's see. Thank you, Andy, for subscribing to my music channel. It's crazy because I've had that channel a lot longer than this. I'm just not as consistent with it, but it's tons of videos of me singing on there. Tons and tons and tons. It's like a million. What you said about the dating apps, I said they're trash. They're trash. They all are trash. I'm being overly hyperbolic, but I mean, like, every time I'm in like Facebook groups and stuff, like, people do not enjoy the dating apps. Although, like, it's the other side of things where people are finding their mates and getting engaged on dating apps. So it's like a dime a dozen. Where do you find your talents in your natal chart? The nodes is actually a good place to start, because your south node will kind of show you what talents you already have coming into this world. And then your north node is going to tell you like kind of what talents you're going to develop. And it's really kind of like, it depends on where, you know, your placements are and stuff like that. Like, you know, if you have a lot of Pisces energy, then you are probably going to be very creative, musically inclined, multifaceted in that area, psychic, all of that. If you have a lot of Leo placements, you could just be like a superstar. You could be like an entertainer of any kind. You know what I'm saying? If you got a lot of Cancer energy, you could be a great chef or a great nurse. So, you know, like a great cook. So it just kind of depends. Let's see. C-Dot says, because my dating life is more lesson than joy, very sad love life I've had, as in I had to learn and think with my head, then follow my heart. It's hard to explain. Where's your Saturn at? Sugar Candy says, I have South Node conjunct Uranus in the 5th house in Aquarius. I think I'm a star seed. That's nice. South Node though conjunct Uranus in the 5th house. That's so interesting because your 5th house is Aquarius. So that means your North Node is in Leo in the 11th house. So you kind of had the houses like flipped. So like you kind of got to resist the group think. But like your North Node is in Leo, but it's in the 11th house. So you're supposed to be a part of groups, but you're supposed to be the leader. So always try to be that leader. You know what I'm saying? But like with the South Node in the 5th house, like you're just in Aquarius, you're just like really, really smart, really, really intelligent. Like, you know, I don't know, working on the periodic table, that is exciting for you. I don't know, you know, inventing things like inventions. You may want to patent something or something along those lines. And that's how you can, you know, stand out and go towards your Leo North Node. You patent something, invention that helps humanity. That's what you got to do. That's it. Like it's easy or something, but you know, but I'm just saying, like, that's really what it is. C-Dot says, my 1st house is where my Saturn is, conjunct with my moon and Uranus. Saturn is always difficult when it's in the 1st house because it's literally like, it seems like you have the whole like weight on your shoulders, you know. It's kind of rough, that energy, because it's kind of like a depressing energy. People are probably always asking you to smile, and you got your moon there too. So you wear your emotions on your sleeve. And, you know, if somebody asks you how you doing, you might actually say like, I'm doing horrible. Like, you know how most people are like, even if they're doing bad, like they just say, I'm fine. I'm fine. You're not probably going to do that. And resting bitch face galore. Like, I think that Uranus kind of says it shakes it up a little bit, makes you a little bit rebellious. North Node in the 3rd in Gemini. This is a lot here. Let me see. Andy says my fourth and IC is ruled by Leo, and my son is in the 12th house. Is that why I'm not so close to my family? No, like Leo energy would be family oriented. So like the sun rules your fourth, but the sun is in your 12th house. Okay, so that would make you isolated from your family, particularly your father, because the sun represents the father, as does the fourth house. The way I do readings, the fourth house represents the father. Okay, it's fine if you wanted to represent the mother. It's fine. We went through this already during my fourth house, 10th house series, but yeah, maybe your papa was a Rolling Stone. Maybe that too, a little bit. Let's see. CDOT says, I never understand having my North Node in Aries in the fourth house. Lost about this one. Let's see. Well, North Node in general in the fourth house, it just lets you know your purpose and your focus in this life needs to be about family. It needs to be about home. It needs to be about nurturing. And this doesn't necessarily just mean like, being a housewife or a house husband and just having a whole lot of kids and being barefoot and pregnant, especially considering that it's in Aries there. So it's just about like being, you have a strong sense of self and your foundation when you're at home. I mean, this could be anywhere from, being a real estate agent to being someone where you do like fitness instruction from your house and stuff like that. Like, it's just very much like your fulfillment in life and purpose has a lot to do with being home and being comfortable and stuff like that and being active, because, of that Aries energy being there. So, just find people that you can get active with and stuff like that and, utilize that. Let's see. Sugar Candy says Neptune transit goes into my sixth house, which is Pisces, and I got COVID. Oh no, that Neptune. Oof. That Neptune is a bad bitch when it gets into that sixth house. It makes you sick as hell. Well, I wish you all the best. I hope that you are, staying inside and, doing what you need to do to combat that ether that's out here in these streets. I hope you don't have any like symptoms or anything like real terrible, but get well soon. Real Living said, what would be the power struggles of second house Scorpio? Are you saying, not second house, Scorpio risings in a relationship? Well, it's not really like power. Well, what I have experienced by having a Scorpio rising is that a lot of times the power is given to the others. Not given, but it's on the other side. It's not always with you. I'm starting to, learn that now to kind of regain back my own power. But your energy is very strong, but it's also very absorbent. So you can attract people who can have power over you. Like they exude the Scorpio energy more than you do in some instances if you have a Scorpio rising. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the caveat to that placement. How do you activate the eighth house? Daniel, how do you activate the eighth house? I mean, you have to understand what the eighth house represents. Are you scared? Are you scared of your dark side? Are you scared of talking about sex or just exploring your sexuality? Are you afraid of exploring the occult and like other metaphysical practices and stuff like that? Or are you got to kind of think about that. Do you just like to watch ID channel? You know what I'm saying? That's a good way to activate that eighth house. You know what I'm saying? Crime scene mystery shows and stuff like that. That'll open up the portal to the eighth house. Y'all like doing that. Go to a graveyard. That'll activate the eighth house. Talk to the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the spirits, the good ones and the bad ones. And yeah, I say that. But try not to be, too codependent in relationships, because that could be kind of the downfall of that 8th house energy. You have the power though. You have other placements in Scorpio though, probably. So yeah, but that's just, I think that's just something that I've experienced with having a Scorpio rising. But yeah, but it's always like a misunderstanding. Like people don't understand the energy of Scorpio. People don't understand that it's not that I don't really like you or I'm being resistant. I don't know you and I have this wall up and I'm trying to protect my energy, but you're trying to get in my space. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be social distancing. Give me 6 feet, okay? Like once I trust you, then the portals will open up. It's going to take a long time for me to trust you and, all of that stuff. But once I do, you're loyal for life unless they betray you. And then, you may off with the head. Let's see. C Dot says, Andy, just saw you Saturn. Okay, they are talking together. I have a hard time making friends. I have an 8th house Venus. I think Scorpio energy in general has a difficult time making friends. It's just like, I know the Venus it may not be in Scorpio, but it's in the 8th house. It's just like, there's just this hater energy that happens when you have Scorpio or Plutonian or 8th house placements. And, don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. People be hating, especially you got Venus there. Venus represents women. Oh, the women hate on you. They hate on you. They hate on you, probably because you exude the sex appeal that they wish they had. That's probably why they hate him. I do deal with people who don't like me for no reason. That is the Scorpio way. Like, they're like, I don't like her. Like, why? Because I just don't. It's so like high school. It's so childish, but people be hating. It's just like Scorpio is a very strong energy that, like I said before, people just don't understand its power and its capacity and stuff like that. So, just keep that resting bitch face going. Don't gotta worry about them. I have a 12th house stellium and even Scorpio. Just use me as a cheap therapist for them. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Scorpio energy is a trip wherever you have it in your chart. Just understand your power and know your power, like wherever it is in your chart, because there's always some type of power that you have. Like I literally, like Pluto literally rules my chart. You know what I'm saying? Pluto and Mars. So it's like I'm trying to tap in. I'm trying to tap into that. I'm trying to tap into that power. And also my North Node in Pisces power. My North Node in Pisces psychic power. I'm trying to get there. So it's all like a work in progress, really. So yeah, I mean, it's taken me all of this time to, figure things out in terms of my chart. And, you don't stop learning. You're going to keep learning. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have transits and you're going to go through different things. And then, there's solar returns, and then you got your progress charts and all that type of stuff. And then that's just you. Then you have to deal with like actually dealing with other people and dealing with other people's synastry. So this is why you got to know yourself forwards, backwards, and upside down so that you can know how to properly interact with other people, especially if you have a lot of like introverted type astrological placements, because I'm definitely an introvert 100%. I actually don't have any fire in my chart. I don't have any placements in fire except for Juno and Leo, which I don't really even count that. So yeah. So I have to rely on transits to give me fire. Like right now, I think Mars is in Leo right now. So yeah. And it's transiting my 9th house, I believe. Yeah. Sugar Candy says, you're a really good astrologer. Your videos are so accurate. Thank you. Thank you. That's very reassuring because I sometimes second guess myself. And that's my Mars and Cancer for you. I got a whole like Mars and Cancer rant video that I filmed and I haven't posted it yet, but I'm basically dragging myself. So it's quite interesting. Andy says, what would you say about having a planet right on top of your MC? Same degree and everything. I think that's I don't think it's anything like necessarily bad about that. I think it will enhance the ability for you to be able to obtain your career, the career that you would like. I'm not sure what planet you have on your MC, but it just kind of compounds the possibility of that career actually happening, in my opinion. You know, like my MC is Virgo, but it would be nice actually if I had Mercury in the 10th house or conjunct my MC. Like that would be nice. That would be dope. That would be dope. Sugar Candy says, I have no water. I'm all air and fire. Oh, where's your emotional depth? Do you got stuff in water houses? See, I don't even have planets in fire houses. That's how unfire I am. Like it seems like I'm fiery right now, that's probably because of the transit. That's because Mars is in Leo right now. But otherwise, I don't got planets in the first house, the fifth house, or the ninth. I mean, my South Node is in the ninth, but I don't really count that. I mean, I count it, but it's in Virgo. It's not even in a fire sign. So it kind of like defeats the purpose anyway. Oh, you got a 12th house and 8th house stellium. Okay, there's your water right there. There's your water. Like it's okay if you don't got planets and water signs because you got 12th and 8th house energy. So you good. You good. You are A-okay. Yeah, that's the water. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Don't go chasing waterfalls. I don't know why I keep singing that song in the 12th house videos, but I just feel like it applies. I'm trying to, let me see something with this mic because this is like brand new. Isn't this fancy? This is the first time I ever used this. I'm trying to up my game up and get like, equipment and things. So we're starting with the mic, but the mic is only good for like live streams. Because when I actually film my videos, y'all know I film that shit on my iPhone. This thing right here. Film it right on my iPhone. Ain't nobody got time. I do have a ring light though. So that helps. But the iPhone, like the quality is like so good. Like I love it. And that's the 12 Pro. iPhone is perfectly fine. That's another thing. If you talking about starting your YouTube channel, you don't need to go out and buy a fancy camera. You better use that phone that you already have. Okay. Use that phone. It takes great videos and great pictures. I love brown liquor. It's like my thing. See, okay. This message is held for review. I don't know why. See, that said they trying to hold this comment for review, but I don't see nothing wrong with what you're saying. Scorpio rising people get the wrong idea of me. People thought, oh, because you said you was a hoe, or I got that less. Hey, nothing wrong with that comment. YouTube is trying it. Yeah. Scorpio, yeah, we get that bad rep. Got to get a ring light. Yeah, the ring light is just ooh, Chile. It's just that. That's all. Woo! That was bright as hell. Sorry, I should have warned y'all's eyes for that. Now I'm be seeing flashing lights. I know, right? You two trying to be PG-13. They better calm down. All C dot said was, and they thought I was a hoe. And it was held for review. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just now getting into these like YouTube streets. And I've been like really afraid because, I got a potty mouth and stuff like that. And I like to curse in my videos. I do really well in not cursing within the first 30 seconds. I heard that's kind of the workaround. Just don't curse in the first 30 seconds of your video. And you can say all kind of shit, motherfucker, fuck shits. So not really. Don't do that throughout your video. But that was a reference from Sex and the City. But yeah, YouTube is always trying to censor. Like we come to YouTube because we want the raw. If I wanted stuff censored, then I would just watch BET. Right? Like this was what we come to the internet for. And he says, my Aries Mercury, the curse is gonna come out eventually. Yeah. I don't mind the Aries Mercury. That's kind of a good Mercury. You do everything fast. You think quick on your feet. Yeah. Maybe you could freestyle even. Where's your Mercury and Aries at? Are you a rapper? So that could be kind of hot for Mercury and Aries, especially if it's in the third or the ninth. Um, Let me see. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. Random songs pop up in my head. It's just like, so, oh, you're a songwriter. And it's, see, okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. I think that Mariah Carey has her Mercury in Aries in the 12th. Her Mercury is either in Aries or Pisces. And I'm so annoyed. This is why I haven't done Mariah Carey's natal chart yet, because the universe does not know if she was born in 69 or 70. And it's just irking me. Like, intuitively, her chart makes more sense being born in 1969, but I hate that I don't know. Like, how is her birth time confirmed, but the year she was born not confirmed? Like, the shit doesn't make any sense. It irks me to death. So I just hate it. Yeah. Juno's in Sagittarius in the third. What does that mean for my future husband? I'm trying to get up on the Juno thing. I need to get my asteroids together. But usually Juno like represents the main bone of contention in the relationship. So you probably gonna have a husband that's not gonna be around, that's always gonna want to play the field and traveling and lots of fun and all of that type of stuff, a good time, good energy, adventurous, but they're not gonna be wanting to be tied down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to do half the year together, half the year apart, or else they're gonna be cheating. Open relationship, maybe. You do that, open marriage, something like that. Because Sagittarius is they don't know how to sit their ass down. Okay, they always want to be doing something, always in these streets. They act holier than thou. They're like, I have morals, and I don't do XYZ. And then you find them like, out pissy drunk and doing Molly and shit at the club and wanting to go to church the next day talking about hallelujah. That's one thing I hate about Sagittarius energy. They are some hypocritical motherfuckers. Okay, I love Sag energy, but y'all are hypocritical as hell. This is like Sag energy. So that's what you may have to deal with in a husband if you get like, if you're attracting that Juno energy. Real Living says, I have Mercury and Sun in the third. I can't rap, but I got riddles for days. Can you write though? Mercury and Sun in the third. That is prime rap energy. You probably can rap. You could at least like write a cute little 8 bars or something like that. You could do a little something. You can do a little something with that energy. I can't rap. I only sing, and I can't freestyle either. I have to write my lyrics down. It takes me like 6 months to write a song. It's stupid. Sometimes it could take me a day, but other times it takes me 6 months. I am horrible. I'm horrible. I can freestyle ad libs. I can freestyle like, ooh. I can freestyle stuff like that. But if you ask me to freestyle actual words, like what? Words? Words mean things. I need time to think. And that's really my Taurus talking. Because I need time to think. Yeah. Riddles. So like maybe like poems, like, or maybe just like one-liners. With that Mercury and Sun in the third, you probably have some good one-liners, like some good jokes. Oh, that's great comedian energy as well. You're probably funny as hell. Yeah. I like that. Sun and Mercury in the first house conjunct. Especially, is it in an air sign? Like what sign is it in? Because, some of them signs. Let me see. Andy says, same. I either write a song in a day or just keep writing new ones and never finish. I have so many songs that only got a verse and a chorus. And that's it. Like from forever ago. It's so funny because I started writing songs when I was 11 and also was introduced to astrology when I was 11. Oh my God, 11. The divine is talking to me. I never realized that until just now. Clearly, I'm high and drunk. But this is when you have revelations, when you're taking the libations. Okay. See, that was a little bar. I'm gonna have to write that down. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I hope I can remember. Oh, I just gotta come back to the live. That is going to be a lyric. That will be a lyric for that ass. Yes, 1111. Come on, 1111. Yes, every time I see 11. Oh, and it was 11 people watching for a quick second, but then it was 12. But that's okay. That's all right. 12 is the number of completion. I have Virgo in my 5th, so I'm critical of a work. Yes. Yes. Well, you're also critical of your like your creative pursuits if you have Virgo in the 5th house. Like the things that you enjoy, like you enjoy a routine, like you enjoy a schedule, you enjoy cleaning, you enjoy, straightening things up. You enjoy being a planner. Event planner is great for like Virgo on the 5th house cusp. Be an event planner, knock that shit out. You know the movie The Wedding Planner with J-Lo? Yeah. Yeah, that's Virgo. That's Virgo in the 5th. Virgo on the 5th. Jupiter in the 5th in Aries retrograde. How does this work? I wouldn't really like pay that much attention to the retrograde, but Jupiter in the 5th, that could definitely give you a lot of kids. Give you a lot of kids. 5th house deals with the kids, and it's a very like jovial, like just very energetic kind of energy. Very lucky. Go to the casino. Go to the casino. Yes, especially if you have positive transits that are aspecting your Jupiter. You got Jupiter and Aries in the 5th, but you're going to be impulsive because it's in Aries in the 5th. But go to the casino, gamble a little bit, get a scratch off. You probably will win a couple of times. Probably win a nice, cute little jackpot or something like that. Make sure you do that. Yeah. Andy says, but then I have Uranus in the 10th, so my whole chart is contradicting. What is the Uranus in the 10th contradicting? Oh, because the Venus, the Virgo in the 5th. I mean, that just means that you're an innovator. You know what I'm saying? You can be an innovator and still have a routine. Ain't nobody tell you can't do one without the other. Shoot. Like, our natal charts are like literally full of contradictions. I say this all the time. My North Node is in Pisces and my midheaven is in Virgo. Like, they're opposites. So how am I supposed to reach my career, which is I'm supposed to be more Virgo, but like my North Node, which is my purpose in life, I'm supposed to be more Pisces. You got to balance that shit out. This is my Libra moon talking. It's all about the balance. You know what I'm saying? It may not ever be completely 50-50, but if it's a little like this or a little like that, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Real Living says Sun conjunct Mercury in the 3rd, then Mercury conjunct Jupiter in my 2nd, all in Aquarius. Okay. Sugar Candy says I have a How is that Jupiter must be on the cusp. Sugar Candy says I have a Virgo, Mercury, and Sun in the 12th house, and I get bored so easily. Oh, but probably with Sun in the 12th. You got to use your imagination. Like, you should never get bored with Sun in the 12th house. If you use your imagination, you could write stories, you could write fiction, you could write like fairy tales and like Harry Potter type books and, all of that type of shit. You could be really, really creative with that energy. You're so like introverted and like secluded and stuff like that. But like, yeah, just create things. Create, draw, write, rap, sing, play music, all of that type of stuff. All of that. Do YouTube videos. Yeah, all of that. I'm so glad I'm not. Okay. Daniel Dang has a Libra moon as well. Libra moon gang. Yep. I represent like all of it. I don't just consider myself a Taurus. I just consider myself my whole big 3. Like, I'm a Taurus sun. When I talk about Scorpio rising, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a Scorpio. When I talk about Libra moon, I'm like, yeah, I'm a Libra moon. I even unfortunately claim Gemini because I got a stellium in that bitch. So I feel like I have to claim Gemini, even though I don't be wanting to, but I do claim it. I have not had the best experiences with Geminis in my life, but I attract them because where is my Venus? Gemini. Okay. Yeah, you got daydream. Yep. Daydream, you get really good ideas. Andy says, I'll be having so much fun and such good plot stories in my dreams. Yeah. Write them things down. They could be like, a good, what is it called? Screenplay. or something like that you come up with. You never know. Or a TV show, you never know. A book, a story, an article, whatever. You can see the Gemini. Yeah, I'd be like, when I get in front of this camera, it's Gemini. Like the Taurus is like, it's not really here. Like the Taurus, you can see it in like real life because I'm like real reserved and like chill and stuff like that. But when I'm like here, I'm talking with my hands, like I be talking fast and stuff like that. The Gemini is just, it don't want to stop. It just is like on a million. You're a Libra moon and rising. Oh, that's nice. You must be really pretty. Oh, your avatar is probably something different, but that's some like real pretty. That's some like real pretty energy. That's like that pretty bitch energy, like that Saweetie be talking about. Do you do chart reading and breakdowns? I am not doing chart readings yet, but I am looking to be doing them in the very near future. The only thing that I could say definitively is that I'll be doing them before the end of the year. That's the only thing that I can say definitively. I can't give a specific date, but we're definitely going to start doing chart readings. I just had to get comfortable, and I want to make sure I know how I want to do them and that I have the time. Like I have a full-time job. I have a full-time son. You know, I'm a full-time mom. So it's just like, you know, it's a lot. And, you know, it's a miracle I found the time to do this live stream. So, how do you use these energies, such as Jupiter trine Saturn? I think that that's a really good aspect to have. Is that natally or is that a transit? But yeah, I feel like whenever Jupiter and Saturn are interacting with each other, I feel like they keep each other in check. You know what I'm saying? Like Saturn prevents Jupiter from like doing too much and being too excessive. And Jupiter kind of presents a more optimistic outlook on life. And like, you can actually do this. You can actually, you know, accomplish this if you just have faith. You know what I'm saying? And Saturn is more materialistic than about the spiritual world and having faith. So I think that they complement each other. And given the fact that you have Jupiter trine Saturn, I think that that's actually a really nice aspect and they would work in tandem. So it would be like, I don't know. I think that's like a really good aspect for accomplishing things by having faith and still being able to like maintain longevity with that Saturn energy. So I like that personally. It's just me personally. I like it. And it's in your natal chart. Okay. So yeah. We'll be getting to that soon. I'm just trying to grow my YouTube channel more so I can get some clients. But y'all be hitting me up in my DMs though. Like y'all be there. Y'all be in these streets. Y'all some real ones. I'm looking for career advice. I have Pluto 10th house with Capricorn rising. That's nice. You know, I don't know, Pluto and Scorpio in the 10th house. I don't mean to be like presumptive, but like what are your feelings towards sex? Because I'm not saying that you have to be like, you're meant to be like a sex worker, but like a career that involves things with that have to deal with sex. Like there are a lot of people that have podcasts about sex. You can like own like a sex store or something along those lines. Have an OnlyFans, own a strip club or something like that. Or you could take it to the dark side and be like a crime scene investigator, like something that has to deal with dead people. You could be a medium. You know what I'm saying? You could let that occultism kind of come out. So there's a lot of options. You have a lot of power with that Pluto in the 10th house. If you really want the power, then you can go into politics. And that's very like that Pluto trine that Capricorn ascendant. Capricorn is about the government. So, you know, just in case you want to be out in them government streets, we need good people. Sugar candy. I have Venus and Leo, but it's square Saturn, also opposite Uranus. And it's true, I attract a lot of Leos. So my love life is non-existent because of Saturn. It's Leo, but oh yeah. You get a lot of people that don't want to commit. There's like a lot of like distance. Venus opposed Saturn. Yeah, no, girl, no. Andy, since I'm having Saturn and Jupiter transit in the 10th house, what would that mean? I need to be looking for a job right now. or more so thinking about what I really want to do. I think, like I said before, the Saturn and Jupiter like combination, it keeps each other, in check. Jupiter wants to expand. Jupiter wants to get bigger, and Saturn wants to be like, hold up, we need to, we need to have a strategy. We need to have a plan. And Saturn is okay with dealing with the bare minimum, and just what you need. And Jupiter always is about more of the excess. So you kind of have to assess, like you said, what is more important to you? Expanding and kind of taking a leap of faith on something, and more security, you know. Let's see here. Daniel Dang said, I thought about making an OnlyFans or looking for a sugar mama. No, I mean, hey, get on that OnlyFans. The foot fetish thing is like all of the rage. I haven't been on OnlyFans because I'm not like paying $9.99 and stuff like that. But if I ever watch porn, I watch it for free. But like I dig what people are doing on there. Like I understand its appeal. I do. And with Pluto in the 10th house in Scorpio, you can make a career. You can make a career doing stuff like that. Yes. Internet, like webcam, sexy things, sexy times. Yeah. It's a great idea for you. You want to stay private. Well, if you want to like maybe stay private or like stay anonymous, I would say like maybe like have a podcast where you talk about sex or something like that. People don't know that see you. You know what I mean? But I think there's some people who do OnlyFans where they don't show their faces. So yeah, or maybe you could low-key be a pimp and kind of groom somebody else. That's having power over something. You know what I'm saying? You make more money that way. Groom the kids. That's all I gotta say. BECP says, I want to know about career advice as well. Pluto in the 3rd, midheaven in Gemini in the 10th with Virgo rising. Midheaven in Gemini, your career, you need to be talking. Okay, you need to be talking to the people. Your midheaven is your 10th house is ruled by Mercury. So you need to be talking, selling whatever. You can sell ice to an Eskimo. I don't know. Like, you just need to be talking to people. If you're not talking to people, then I don't really know what you're doing with your life. Like, you have to do that if you have Gemini on the midheaven and like that Mercury and you're a Virgo rising. So Mercury also rules your chart. So it behooves you to do that. Talking, doing anything like broadcast journalism, radio, podcasting, YouTube, writing, writing articles, writing blogs, freelance, right? Like all of that type of stuff. Communicating your thoughts and opinions will make you money. Wear a mask. Who's not wearing a mask? Sugar Candy said, what careers works well with the moon conjunct ascendant and a Cancer midheaven? Really want to go into music. Quiet as it's kept, Cancer energy is actually really good for musicality and things like that, because it's like a nostalgic aspect to it, and like Cancers kind of have a soundtrack to their lives. You know what I'm saying? So music type of careers really work with Cancer energy, but also like, cooking, being a nurturer of some sort, maybe even like teaching people music and like nurturing your craft and things like that. So yeah, I would like to know like where your Venus is, and maybe like if your moon is making any aspects to maybe like a Neptune or a Venus or something like that, in terms of like if that shows like singing talent or like artistic ability, because Cancers love music, but it's not an automatic like artistic ability. You know what I'm saying? And Cancer on the midheaven, you also want to be like a parent, like you want to be, a mom, you want to be a nurturer, that type of thing, or dad or whatever. You just want to have a family. That's a career to some people. You just want to have a family. Maybe you could have like, if your family does music, that would be great. Maybe you could be like a Jackson 5 type of situation. Like, keep it all in the family with that. All in the family business with Cancer on the midheaven. Let me see. What house is your Libra moon on? What happens if it lands on the ninth house? Nothing crazy. You're just, moon in the ninth house. You crave and you're comfortable with traveling. You need travel and adventure to feel comfortable and secure. BCP, it's cheap and helpful. Are you talking about OnlyFans? I have Jupiter in the eighth house, so sex is deep and adventures, but my Saturn keeps it in check. Yeah, Saturn will keep that in check. Definitely. Definitely. All right, we about to be calling it a night soon at 11:30. It's 11:21 Eastern Standard Time, and your girl does need to wake up early because what does she have to do? She still works a regular job. So yeah, so we got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes left. So get your questions and your thoughts and your things going and things of that nature. At some point it was 12 people in here, but it's not 12 likes up there. So make sure you get those likes up, you guys. What does it mean if your Saturn keeps in check? Well, I was specifically talking about Saturn and Jupiter combinations when I was referencing that, because I think Saturn needs to keep Jupiter in check sometimes and vice versa. West Coast over here. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. It's only like 8 something over there. It's all early and stuff like that. I've been up all day. Okay. Virgo moon conjunct midheaven. Well, with the Virgo energy, that's also mercurial energy. So like writing and being a communicator and things like that is helpful. But Virgo moons, I think they would be really good chefs, like really good cooks, and also really good. Virgos are like a lot like Cancers in a lot of ways. They're just a little bit more rigid, but also being like a healer in terms of like physical healing, like an actual doctor or an actual nurse, and things like that. But I think a Virgo moon would probably like cooking more. I think they would enjoy that more. That would make them feel more at home and stuff like that. It'll give a Virgo moon a little bit of a sentimental kind of feeling, I think. Sugar Candy says Venus in the 11th, moon trine Neptune, and Neptune trine ascendant. That's nice. Moon trine Neptune, Neptune trine ascendant. That's very spiritual aspect. So I would say like the psychic energy, like that probably comes naturally to you. You're probably very psychic. I mean, moon trine Neptune, like you don't even need astrology or tarot and stuff like that. You could just look at somebody and feel their energy and just like you can know what's going on. You see things like, so that's beautiful. Actually, I like that. Daniel Dang says, thank you so much for hosting and providing such a friendly space for all to come together and discuss astrology. Can't wait to see more videos. Thank you so much for coming. I'm trying to build my tribe. You know what I'm saying? We're getting, into the age of Aquarius. It's Aquarius energy. I told you Pluto is going to be going into my 3rd house very soon, the house of communication. So we need that to get there. I feel like that's when my tribe will be at its largest. Okay. Now, Jupiter just got out of Aquarius and now it's in Pisces, which I'm not mad at either. I don't mind Jupiter in Pisces either. You're welcome. I have nothing else to do but answer y'all questions. So I appreciate it. This time went by so fast. If y'all are kind of signing off, then we can kind of get off a little bit earlier than 11:30. But yeah, so I have already recorded Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus in the 12th house videos. So those will be up soon on the regular days. I post my videos every Monday and Thursday. And then all I have left to film is Neptune and Pluto in the 12th house. And then we're going to be done with the entire planets in the 12th house series. So I'm going to probably do another live to kind of recap and read some of y'all's comments aloud. I may be doing that. They already public, so can't say nothing. You don't want me to read your comment, you better go delete it now. No, don't delete it. Mess up the algorithm. Will I make a video on Saturn returns? Probably. Yeah, Saturn returns they're a real bitch, but they teach you some good life lessons, So Saturn returns, yeah. That time period from 28 to 30, man, you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it. You are going to become an adult, okay? That's what I'm going to say. Like, you think you grown now until you go through your Saturn return. It's you like, then you're like, oh, this is what adulting is. Oh, this is the ghetto. But then you make it through on the other side. You're like, I can make it through the rain. I keep on singing Mariah Carey. Can you tell I'm a lamb? I'm a lamb. I'll be in these streets. I have Capricorn sun in the 5th house. I hate Saturn. Well, sun in the 5th house is nice. Sun in Capricorn in the 5th house is kind of puts a little damper on that. But even still, like, your creations, what you're able to create, is going to be able to have longevity. It's going to have structure. It's going to be able to withstand the test of time. So just remember that. You may not be able to start things very quickly, and things may not progress as quickly as they do, but when you do create things, it could be for life. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Yeah, fellow lamb, hey, I'll be in these streets. Cross my fingers, I'm 26. Oh, so is your Saturn in Sagittarius, or what's after Sagittarius? No, but Saturn was just in Capricorn. I'm going backwards. I went the wrong way. Sorry. Saturn was just in Capricorn. Now it's in Aquarius, Pisces. So is your Saturn in Aquarius or Pisces? Yeah, I love Anita Baker. I always sing Anita Baker songs. So what's my favorite Anita Baker song? And there's something I can give you in exchange for everything you give to me. Read my mind and make me feel just fine. And feel my peace of mind is out of reach. So I like singing Anita Baker. That's my jam. Pisces 2nd. My Saturn is in Sagittarius in the 4th house. Ooh, home. Oh, you better get your home situation straightened out, because that's Saturn and it's going to mess up. It's not mess up. Let me not use that phrase, but it's going to really shake up your home life. You may want to move like out of the country. Sagittarius represents international travels and stuff like that. I don't know if you got family outside of the country or if you've been thinking about it, but that may be the time where it comes into play. Like, it's more of a possibility, let's see. I hope Capricorn doesn't hinder that 5th house. Sometimes it can. You got to see like what aspects the sun is making, because if the sun is making positive aspects, even if it is Capricorn on the 5th house cusp, you still got your sun there. So you still are capable of like standing out and being a star, and and enjoying life and things like that. The things that you enjoy are just things that are like practical and useful, and are going to be around for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? Quality over quantity, You thinking about moving to Houston? Okay. I'm assuming that you're from the States. It's not necessarily out of the country, but if it's like very far from where you live now, then I'm sure like that would be a big, transition or something. Like if you live all the way on the East Coast, and you're moving to Houston, that's a big difference. So yeah. So you may be doing something like that with that Saturn return in the 4th house. All right. So it is 11:29. We are going to call it a night. I had so much fun talking to you guys. I never realized, well, talking about astrology is a lot of fun, but just like talking about it with people and that really enjoy it, and I'm like kind of driving the conversation, it's a lot of fun. Oh, from Seattle to Houston. Okay, that's a big move. See, you already been thinking about it. When that Saturn hits the 4th house, you're gonna be like, fuck this rain in Seattle. I'm trying to go to Houston. But just remember, they got that power grid jacked up shit. So other than that, Houston's a great place. I would even want to move to Houston. Like, that's one of my places that I may move to. Yes, I have an IG. It is Venusian Bull. Is it? Let me just make sure that, because somebody else had that name, and I just want to make sure that it's not I don't know why. I still have to look up my own goddamn thing. Oh, it's Venusian Bull 89. So this is my Instagram. So yeah. So that's my IG. I mean, you can go live anytime on your channel. I just go live when I feel like it. Mars and Cancer energy. I do everything when I'm in the mood, okay? Have to be in the mood, and I was in the mood today. So, you're welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this Thursday evening. And be prepared for my Jupiter in the 12th house video. Is coming up on Monday. It's actually quite juicy. So I had a lot of fun making that video. And we'll see you guys soon. And have a good night. Bye. Be blessed.